competition, and fair play. We pledge to support the conference in its stance against racism, hate, and discrimination. With that in mind, please remember that it's the job of the players to play, the coaches to coach, the officials to officiate, and our spectators to remain positive. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. We will meet our starting lineups in just a moment. But first, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women who defend it with the playing of our national anthem, performed by Howell's very own Rebel Remix. And now, let's meet your starting lineups. First for the Mariners, number 3, Aiden Gavilan. Number 2, Jaden Thomas. Number 5, Jake Greenberg. Number 11, Jackson Cias. And number 13, Bryce Kazanowski. And now, let's hear it for your Howell Rebels. Introducing first, number 22, Mark Frenville. Number 31, Josh Kratansky. Number 35, J.C. Farley. Number 23, Matt Stripto. Number 34, Jack Quinn. Number 10, Mark Fagan. Number 5, Chris Kawani. And number 1, Caden Parker. Well, let's start the weekend off right with some Howell Rebels boys basketball action. There are already some tears being worked up in the crowd because today's senior night game is the final destination before state playoffs begin. I'm your commentator, Theo Horton, alongside Herr behind the camera. The 18-6 Howell Rebels are ready to play host against the 9-16 Toms River North Mariners. Out for the tip is number 1 guard Caden Parker for Howell and number 13 forward Bryce Kazanowski for Toms River North. Opening tip will go to the Mariners. Up the court is Cias. He'll dump it off, and now a mid-range coming down, and Toms River North comes away with the opening score. It's 2-0. Jaden Thomas on the mid-range right there. Senior has played some great basketball this season, averaging over 8 points a night. Jack Quinn with the ball in the corner, passes to Kawadi, top of the key. Kawadi now to Parker. Senior guard scanning the court. Will dump it back off to Quinn. Quinn now getting double teamed. We'll have to try and find Kawadi. Has his tip for a moment, stays with Quinn. Long range 3. Welcome to Splashdown, Jack Quinn from deep on the court. Now the Rebels strip the ball away. It's Max Stripto who comes away with it. But the travel is called against Stripto. And the ball will wind up back with the Mariners here, I believe. On the inbound, it's Jake Greenberg. Toms River North's best player goes to Kazanowski. Back to Thomas on the wing. Thomas will pass it. Now it's Gavilan with the ball in the slot. He'll bounce it back to Cias. Inside of Kazanowski. Closer to Cias. Cias with 2 off the glass. Toms River North retakes the lead. It's 4-3. Rebels will slow the game now. Their starting 5 compiled of all seniors. As Quaddy gets the inside pass and gets 2 off the glass of his own. But the entire starting 5 for the Rebels tonight are all seniors. Aiden Parker, Matt Stripto, Jack Quinn, Mark Fagan, and Chris Kawadi. As the ball winds up out of bounds there. It will stick with the Mariners on the inbound. It's Jake Greenberg this time. Greenberg lobs it inside. Now a nonchalant pass is turned over. It's Caden Parker who comes away. Goes to Stripto. Back to Parker. Parker looks for 2, and he drains the layup. 3-point lead for Howell now. Now it's Greenberg who puts up a long 2. It's no good. Off the rim. Fight for the rebound goes off the face of Stripto, who then throws it off the legs of Thomas to keep the ball with the Rebel possession. It will be the senior superstar, Caden Parker, on the inbound. Senior guard averaging 17 points a night. With the ball, now he goes to the senior Mark Fagan. Came off an ACL tear to come back to basketball action. Now it's Kawadi. To the corner, it's Quinn. Back to Kawadi now, loses the ball for a second, regathers and goes to Fagan. Back to Kawadi, 4-3. No good off the rim. Stripto grabs the rebound. Second chance inside of Quinn. The tip, it's in for Jack Quinn. Rebels off to a hot start. They're up 9-4 with still 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cias will lob it inside of Kazanowski. Through 2 defenders, look for 2, and it trickles in for Kazanowski. And that's the inside threat right there for the Mariners. Bryce Kazanowski, averaging over 8 points a night, does the heavy lifting of his damage inside the lane. Rebels will have to look out for him when Noah Musso gets back into the game, the center for the Rebels. It's going to be a tough matchup for Kazanowski. Claudia to Parker, to the corner, Stripto for 3. No good, it bounces out. Unlucky bounce doesn't go the senior's way. So it's Gavian on the break. He will drive past Caden Parker, gets rejected. Quaddy with the ball in the transition. Drives, goes to the wing. It's Fagan. Fagan sidestep 4-3. No good. High bounce off the rim. Quinn grabs the rebound. He gets fouled. And it's going to be 2 shots for Jack Quinn coming up here. The senior guard forward hybrid is a tri-sport athlete. He played football earlier this year, tried out for the team, ended up being one of the better wide receivers in the short conference. This is his first one here. Had over 500 receiving yards as a wide receiver. Also plays some great right field on the baseball diamond. Just an all-around great athlete. And he makes the second free throw. It's now 10-6 Howell. Wesley Tanner into the game for Toms River North. He will pass it quickly. Correa also in. Tanner for three. It's a deep splash for Wesley Tanner. Down to a 1-point game now. Toms River North. It's made a pair of threes to open tonight's game. Quinn with the ball in the corner. 4-3. No good off the rim. It's Tanner who comes away with the ball. Behind his back. He drives through two defenders. It's no good off the rim. And a fight for the rebound. There's a foul called. Push foul was called against Toms River North, so the ball winds up back with Howell. Fagan inbounds to Parker. Parker lobs it back to Fagan, taking the ball up court. Goes to Kalani. Now Kalani's pass is intercepted by Jake Greenberg. Greenberg on the transition. He will drive, look for two, and it swirls in for Jake Greenberg. Toms River North takes an 11-10 game and sends the Rebels into a timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 30 seconds for some more basketball action. So we're coming back for the timeout. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are currently trailing 10-11 here on C. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for tonight's senior night game. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are trailing 10-11 right now. They started 5 seniors instead of their usual 2. Kind of biting them right now, but if you're any stranger to this Rebel team, they are known for their comebacks. Caden Parker with the ball. He will drive, goes inside of Frenville. Frenville's 2 is no good. Tries to get the second chance. He does. Throws it up for Parker. Parker through a couple of defenders. Hot step for 2. And it sinks in for Caden Parker. What a move by the senior. The Rebels now retake the lead. It's 12-11. Toms River North with a couple early adjustments in their lineup. Number 1, Leslie Tanner, and number 4, Zeke Correa into the game for the Mariners. Greenberg will go to Kazanowski. 4-3. It's a bad miss by Kazanowski, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Matt Stripto for the Rebels on the inbound. One of the best additions in the fans section this season has been this senior night ESPN little table that the seniors have going. They have a couple broadcasters there. Hopefully they won't take my job. As now the Rebels look for 2 in the lane. It's Stripto, whose layup is no good. Out of nowhere, it's Kazanowski to grab the board. Into the game for the Rebels is Josh Bertansky. Tanner passes it mid-range for Correa. His shot is no good. It's Stripto who grabs the board. Stripto goes to Parker. 2.5 left to go in the first quarter. And Parker is fouled as he brings the ball up. Parker will be the inbounder, getting guarded by Jaden Thomas, number 2. Parker will go to Stripto, goes to Farley. J.C. Farley, a Freehold Township transfer, has made quite the impact on this Rebel team. Scoring and rebounding, pretty much doing it all as a Rebel. This pass goes to the corner to Stripto for 3. High bounce off the rim, but it goes in. Matt Stripto, welcome to Splashtown. 4-point lead for the Rebels now, as Greenberg almost gets pickpocketed by Caden Parker. Parker staying low on defense. Kazanowski sets the screen. It's Kurtansky on the switch. But now Parker and Kurtansky smothering him. Pass is almost turned over as now Frenville will foul Tanner. And it's a Mariner inbound here. Number 10, Mark Fagan checks in for the Rebels. Alongside number 14, Logan Brill for Toms River North. Just under 2 minutes to go, the Rebels leading things 15-11 here in the first quarter. It's number 1, Leslie Tanner, the guard on the inbound. Tanner hit a long-range 3 earlier tonight. He's a threat from pretty much every spot on the court, able to find open looks everywhere. He passes it to Brill. Brill thought about 3. He will drive now through 2 defenders, look for 2. It's no good. Bad miss off the boards. It's Kratansky who grabs it. Parker with the ball now. Rips it inside to Farley, who loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. So it's a turnover, and it'll be Mariners' ball here. Wesley Tanner switched to the point guard position now, getting guarded by number 10, Mark Fagan. To the wing, it's Thomas for three. It's a bad miss by Thomas, and Frenville grabs the ball. Will go to Parker. Parker taking it up court. Surveying now gets a screen from Kratansky. Dribbles with the left. Now goes to Kratansky for three. No good. High bounce off the rim, and it's Jaden Thomas who grabs the board. Tanner on the break. Through Fagan. Looks for two on the swim move. It's no good. Parker collects the ball. Throws it to Farley. One man to beat. He lobs it up for Frenville for two. He gets blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. It sticks with the Rebels. Great hustle on that play right there by Toms River North. It was Logan Brill on the drive there to reject the shot. So Frenville got fouled on the play. Now he will go to the line for two. Frenville makes his first. The senior already making an impact. He's shooting 50% at the line this season. Makes his first, and his second is coming up. Frenville misses the second. It's Tanner who grabs the ball. Tanner, a dead sprint down the court on the wing. There's Fagan and Farley on the press. With the ball, Chi looks for two. He gets blocked by Caden Parker. Under a minute left to go. It's a scramble for the ball. Mariners come away with it. It's Correa. Tanner with the ball in the logo, trying to get past Kawadi and Farley. Dumps it off to Brill. 40 seconds to go. No shot clock in high school basketball. Toms River North taking their time, but they have no opening due to this Rebel defense. Now it's Caden Parker on the switch, guarding Wesley Tanner. Tanner directing some traffic. 25 seconds to go. Tanner will drive with his left. Dumps it off now through the legs of Correa. Goes out of bounds. And a great defensive play by the Rebels to force the turnover. A technical foul is called on the play. So the Rebels will choose Caden Parker to shoot the free throws here. There was some jawing from the Toms River North bench. Refs weren't happy. Parker's first bounce is out. It's no good. Smart decision here to choose Parker as a free throw shooter. He's shooting the second best mark for any Rebel. 63% at the line this season. Makes a second. Parker also shooting the best percent on the court right now for the Rebels at 63. So it makes one of two, and Parker will be the inbounder on this play. 17.6 seconds left on the clock. Now the referee's unhappy with the Toms River North coaches telling him to sit down right now. Parker inbounds it to Kratansky, now getting pressed by Tanner. Kratansky to the corner, it's Fagan. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Fagan to Farley. Farley will drive with the right baseline inside of Frenville. Frenville with two in the lane. Rebels pad the lead to 6. Final second. That will do it for the first quarter. Great basketball by the Rebels as they lead things 19-11. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about a minute for the rest of tonight's basketball action. So we are coming back for the second quarter. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are currently leading things 19-11. It was an action-packed first quarter that saw the Rebels come away with multiple scores inside the lane. Their passing was great. They limited the turnovers. They won the rebound battle. They did all the small things right, and now they lead 19-11. On the court for the Rebels in the second quarter will be Caden Parker, Jay Parker, Eddie Garcia, Chris Kawadi, and Noah Musto. The usual starting five is back for the second quarter after tonight's senior night game featured a unique starting five. Caden will inbound to Noah Musto. Musto, the center, set the team's all-time rebounding record. Shattered that record on the road already as a junior. Kawadi with the ball. He wants three. It's a splash for Chris Kawadi. The Rebels come away with the opening score in the second quarter. Offense showing signs of life and not slowing down. It's Greenberg who will drive. He gets pickpocketed. The foul is called on the play. We'll see who it's on. Caden Parker called for the foul on the push there. I believe his second on the night. So it's Greenberg on the inbound. Howell did a great job containing Greenberg in the first quarter. The best player on the Mariners didn't score in the first. Three-point attempt is no good for Gavi in there. Jay Parker grabs the ball, goes to the corner. Kawadi wants another three. No good off the rim this time. Now the ball goes off the body. Not sure who it was. Looks like a Mariner inbound here. Jackson Cias on the inbound for the Mariners. The forward is Thomas River North's best rebounder. Now he'll go to Wesley Tanner. Behind his back, his pass is intercepted by Caden Parker. Parker on the transition in the lane, wants two off the glass, and he connects with two. 13-point lead for Howell. Now it's a drive from Thomas. His shot is blocked by Musto. Foul is called there, though, and it sends Thomas to the line for two. Thomas makes his first. Thomas shooting 59% at the line this season, averaging 9.5 points. He's the Robin to Greenberg's Batman for the Thomas River North Mariners, and he makes both. Garcia for three. No good off the rim. It's Musto who grabs second chance. Wants two. Trickles out. Kawadi grabs a rebound for the third chance. Goes to Garcia. Fakes his defender. Now goes to the corner. It's Jay Parker. Parker for three. Welcome to Splashdown, Jay Parker. The Rebels are connecting from every spot on the floor. And now Theo Musto with the block. Sends the ball to Kentucky. And now that is just a depleting sequence for the Mariners. Rebels make the three, block the shot. They're doing everything tonight. It will be Tanner on the inbound for the Mariners after the ball went out of bounds. It's Thomas who will drive now. Getting pressure, nowhere to go. He'll have to pass it. Now a mid-range from Gavian is no good. Questionable shot there. Mid-range over two defenders, but it sends him to the line. Gavian shooting 67% at the line this season. Makes his first. Averaging 5 points a night. Is one of the team's many guards. Thomas River North just 9-16 on the season. Misses the second chance, no good. Now it's Caden Parker who comes away with the ball in the break. Three Rebels in the area. Now the pass is almost hobbled. Garcia has the ball. He goes to Parker. Parker wants three. No good off the rim. Garcia tries to grab it, but it goes out of bounds. It will be Thomas River North on the inbound. So it's no secret that the Mariners have struggled this season. 9-16 on the season. This would be a huge win for playoff seeding against the Rebels, as Shaden Thomas gets the layup to fall, brings the Rebel lead down to 11. Ubi Garcia bringing up the ball for the Rebels. Garcia will go to Parker, who will drive inside the lane. Foul was called. Not sure what the foul was there. It's Gavin calling for the foul on the push. Number 35, the senior forward, J.C. Farley, checks in for the Rebels. Farley had a huge play in the short conference tournament against Middletown South, where he got the game-winning defensive stop as Musto gets the ball inside the lane, and Musto swirls through two defenders like a dreidel to find two in the lane. Tanner comes away, goes to the corner to Thomas. Now his inside pass is turned over. It's J.C. Farley who comes away with the ball. Farley to Parker, outlook pass. Layup is no good, but he gets fouled and goes to the line for two. Caden Parker is one of the best scorers in the short conference, averaging over 17 points a night. Makes his first. He has 8 20-point games on the season. The Rebels are 7-1 when he scores 20 or more points. Makes his first. Now looks for the second. Second one is no good. It's Bro who comes away with the rebound. Bro goes to Greenberg. Pass goes to Correa. Correa trying to get past Garcia, but has no space. He'll have to pass to Brill on the logo. Brill now goes to Tanner. Under 5.5 left in the second quarter. Goes to Brill for three. High bounce. It's no good. It's Musto who grabs the rebound. And Toms River North might have the overall height advantage, but it's really the Rebels who, inside the paint, are dominant. Jay Parker wants three. It's another splash for Jay Parker. His second trip to Splash Town so far tonight as Tanner wants a mid-range. It's no good. Wide open shot, but he couldn't connect, and it's Caden Parker who grabs the rebound. Parker, hard stop, goes to Musto inside. Musto makes two and gets fouled in the process. 3-point play for Noah Musto as he goes to the line to complete the sequence. Musto shooting the best percentage at the line this season for any Rebel amongst qualified shooters. The 3-point play is completed by Noah Musto. Musto now shooting around 75% at the line this season. Bro goes to Correa. Farley keeping Correa on his toes. Correa drives, tries to find an inside pass, and once again, the Rebels clogging up the lanes and intercepting these passes. Toms River North has just found themselves turning the ball over on almost all of their drives. Garcia passes to Parker. Caden with the left hand, he passes Garcia. Garcia thought about a long three. He will drive this time, kicks it out to Farley. Farley on the drive now. He switches, wants a mid-range. Bad miss by Farley, ball possibly tipped. It's Zeke Correa who comes away with it for Toms River. We've crossed the halfway mark in the second quarter. Tanner's swim move, no good. But Tanner will go to the line for two shots after getting fouled by Musto. Tanner to the line for the second time tonight. Averaging 5 points a night, shooting 67% from the line. His free throw is no good. Number 31, Josh Kratansky, checks in for the Rebels. Noah Musto to the bench for some rest after doing a great job at rebounding and great job defensively as well. Tanner makes his second. It's now a 36-17 lead for the Rebels. Garcia with the ball here for Howell. He will pass to Farley. Now out to Jay Parker. It's Caden Parker who grabs it. His pass is intercepted. It's Tanner on the break. One man to beat, looks for two. And it's going to bounce in for Wesley Tanner. Tanner quickly emerging as Toms River's leading scorer so far tonight. Garcia with the ball this time. He goes to Jay Parker. Parker, long three. It's a bad miss, and it winds up in the hands of Thomas. Now Thomas's pass intercepted by Jay Parker. One man to beat. He gets blocked, but also fouled and goes to the line for two. So it'll be the guard, Jay Parker, the junior, to the line for the Rebels. Parker keeping his brother Caden on his toes as the leading scorer for Howell. Jay makes the first. After Caden got to such a huge lead in the early stages of the game where he was just dropping 20 points night in and night out, now just a 3-point deficit separates the two brothers. Parker misses the second. Now that pass is smacked out of bounds. Not sure if it was by Caden or Greenberg. Looks like it was Caden who smacked it out of bounds, so it's Thomas Rivers inbound. Number 34, Jack Quinn checks in for Howell. Number 11, the forward Jackson Cios back in for the Mariners. Greenberg with the ball, wants his first score of the night. Long three. It's a deep splash for Jake Greenberg. $15-point lead for Howell now. It's Jay Parker with the ball. Goes to Caden. Caden inside the Kratansky. Kratansky with two. Sorry, I'm just so used to saying inside to Musto. Now Greenberg, heat check for three. What a shot by Jake Greenberg to come away with another triplet. 14-point lead for the Rebels as Thomas Rivers starting to get on a good run. But still, these Rebels are as hot as fire can be. Parker would get the ball. He will drive, goes inside. And Kratansky once again. Shot is waved off as a foul is called on the play. Wesley Tanner called for the foul there on Thomas Rivers. I believe his first on the night. Number 13, Bryce Kanzanowski back into the game for Thomas Rivers. We saw the forward on the bench for a little while due to getting into some foul trouble. Some confusion here on the foul call. Parker to the line. First is no good, and he knew it. As soon as he released it, you saw him running towards the basket. Now he's smiling up at the camera. He probably wants us to cut that footage. Parker makes a second. It's now a 40-point spot for the Rebels with still 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rebels suffered a very devastating loss against Manasquan, where Manasquan scored 84 points. It was some of the best basketball I have seen, but it looks like the Rebels might surpass that mark if they keep up tonight's pace. Caden Parker with the ball now, getting pressed by Thomas. He goes to his brother Jay. Jay will drive inside Kratansky for two. Great chemistry there by the two Rebels as they come away with two in the lane. It's now 42-25. Tanner will drive, go to the corner. His pass is tipped and goes out of bounds. It'll be number 5, Jake Greenberg on the inbound. Greenberg goes to Kanzanowski. Now to Thomas. 3 best players on Thomas River playing some hot potato. But now there's the charge by Thomas. It's a foul and it will be a Rebels ball here. Excuse me, not a charge. It was a push off there. Just over a minute and a half left here in the second quarter. Rebels winning things by 17. It's Caden Parker who will bring up the ball for the Rebels. Howell using a strategic rotation with their point guard position. We've seen Kay, Jay, and Eddie all at the point guard position there as Jack Quinn's pass is intercepted. It's Gavin on the transition. He gets rejected by Caden Parker. Sports Center top 10 play by Caden Parker as he sends the ball to Connecticut there. And now Musto and Caden Parker with devastating blocks inside the lane. Rejecting the Mariners like an overconfident Tinder match. Tanner on the inbound for the Mariners. Just over a minute left in the half. Ball is tipped. Intercepted now. It's Kratansky who dumps it off to Parker. Parker driving inside the lane. He gets stripped. Ball will be bounced out of bounds. We'll see what the call is. Ref's going to signal Mariners ball here. Cias on the inbound. Throws it up for Kazanowski. Now to Greenberg. Greenberg on the drive. One man speed. And he gets rejected once again by Caden Parker. Pointing towards the senior night desk. Caden Parker, what a performance so far. Has missed just one shot, and he is smacking these balls like a game of whack-a-mole. Final minute of the half. Rebels lead by 17. Greenberg with the ball. Step back. He wants three. It's no good for Greenberg. It's Shaq Quinn who comes away with the ball. Quinn on the sprint. Rips it inside. Pass intended for Kratansky. It's a fight for the ball. The Mariners are going to come away with it. Kazanowski goes to Cias. Inside to Greenberg who loses the ball. And the transition doesn't matter. It's the Rebels who come away. Final 30 seconds as Parker goes to Garcia. Kratansky now with the ball top of the key. It's Parker this time who loads up for three. No good off the rim. Second chance Kratansky. He gets rejected by the bottom of the backboard. Finally, the foul is called and sends Matt Stripto to the line for the Rebels. Stripto to the line for the second time tonight. Made one of two earlier. He makes his first one here. Stripto was honorably named one of the team's bench captains, as he hasn't received a ton of playing time in his senior season, but he keeps the team loose, and that's all you can ask for. Makes his second, final 10 in the half. Greenberg with the ball. He will drive with the left. Rise and look for two. It's no good. Second chance. He tips it in as we're under. Final couple seconds to go. Parker will throw it up. And that will do it for the first half. The Rebels are out to an incredible start. They lead things 44-27. Come back in about 10 minutes for the second half of tonight's Rebel basketball action. So we're coming back from the half. If you're just joining us, the Rebels have played their best basketball all season. They lead things 44-27. It seems like every single player on their offense is contributing, led by Caden Parker, who had 9 points. They're doing a fantastic job at scoring. As you can tell, they're on pace to score their most points all season. And they've played overtime games this year, but still nothing can compare to the 88 points that they're on track for. They're doing a good job at defending inside the lane. They have blocked 3 shots, or sent 3 shots into the stands, and they have blocked several others. And it's really been an all-around great job by the team. Winning the rebound battle as they have some great size on the inside with Noah Musto and Josh Kratansky, as on the first play of the half, a foul is called. Noah Musto called for the foul there. Sends number 11 Jackson CS to the line for Toms River. CS shooting 56% from the line this season. Scoring 8 points tonight as he misses his first. CS was held to just 2 points in the first half. Kind of been a slow start for every player on the Toms River North team. except for Jake Greenberg, who had 10 points thanks to 2 deep threes. Jay Parker with the ball positioned by the wing. He goes top of the key to his brother Caden. Now it's Garcia. Long 3 for Eddie. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be Howell comes away as they intercept the pass. Caden Parker for 3 in the corner. Another 3-point attempt is no good. Jaden Thomas with the ball at the break. Inside pass. Sidesteps the defender. Now gets fouled once again by Noah Musto. And the Mariners will have 2 more free throws coming their way. Timeout called by the Rebels head coach, Dave Emery, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 15 seconds. Quick 30-second timeout by the Rebels. We are back here. 44-27 game, the Rebels lead. Noah Musto will go to the bench now as he's in some foul trouble. Number 35, J.C. Farley, will check in for the center. And as we resume play, it will be Aiden Gavlin at the free throw line. He was a late game addition to the starting 5. It's supposed to be Wesley Tanner. Due to reasons unknown, Gavin got the start. Makes his first free throw here. Gavin is averaging 6 points a night in the team's last 5 games, a stretch in which Toms River has gone 2-3, which isn't good, but they're 9-16 on the season, so 2-3 is a pretty decent stretch for their standards. Gavin makes a second. It's a 44-29 game. Caden Parker with the ball now, getting full court pressed. His pass goes to no one. It's intercepted by Jake Greenberg. Greenberg's pass now gets intercepted by Garcia. 2 Mariners in the lane. Doesn't matter. There's Jay Parker to tip it in for 2. Sorry, everyone. I just had a coughing fit as a couple layup attempts were unsuccessful for Toms River. It's going to be the Rebels who inbound here. It's it's Caden Parker. Junior guard Eddie Garcia with the ball. Now passes to the other junior guard, Jay Parker, who goes back to Garcia. Garcia to the corner. It's Kawadi. Kawadi hit a 3 in the first quarter. Kawadi goes to Jay. Jay looking for an opening. Goes inside to his brother, Caden. Caden will drive with the left hand. Looking to spin. Goes to the corner. It's Farley. Farley keeping the ball in bounds. He passes to Kawadi. Kawadi on the elbow. Now to Jay. To the corner. It's Garcia. Drives baseline inside to Caden. Looks for 2. He gets blocked. Contact. No foul is called. And now Caden pushes Cias. So it's Toms River's inbound. Caden's up to about 3 or 4 fouls now. Greenberg will drive for the Mariners, goes to the corner. And now that pass is intercepted. J.C. Farley on the break. Farley with 2 in the lane. First points of the night for J.C. Farley as Kazanowski gets stripped for a second there, but a foul is called. The Parker brothers for Howell are tied for the leading scorers, both with 9 apiece. Jake Greenberg inbounds. Throws it up to no one. It's Eddie Garcia who comes away with the pass for the Rebels. Now goes to Jay. Jay with 2 off the glass, and now he emerges as the team's leading scorer. Now it's Greenberg on the break. Some hard contact as 2 defenders were in the area. Kawadi and Parker there as the foul is called. Foul is called on Kawadi, sends Greenberg to the line for 2. Greenberg, by far the team's best scorer, averaging over 13.5 points a night. Has hit the most threes on the team at 36, leading the team in points with 325. Makes his first free throw. Coming into tonight's game, shooting 55% at the line. I believe this is his first trip to the line so far tonight. So that's good to see from the Rebels, not fouling the star player on the opposing team. Greenberg connects with both, up to 12 on the night now. Number 1, the guard, Wesley Tanner, is in for Toms River. Parker will bring the ball up court for the Rebels. Jay gets a screen from his brother Caden. Now dumps it off to Garcia. Garcia, inside drive, tries to go to Farley. Ball's tipped around so the Mariners will come away with it. Thomas goes to Greenberg, 4-3. It's another 3-point for Jake Greenberg, his third on the night. 34 points now for the Mariners as the Rebel lead is down to 16. Garcia looking for a response, goes to the corner. It's Farley who drives baseline. He's going to be called for stepping out of bounds, and the Mariners will take over with possession. Tanner, the point guard for Toms River North, goes inside. It's Cios who gets rejected by the rim. Garcia comes away with the ball. Hop step, looks for two. His layup is no good, but he gets fouled and goes to the line for two. Garcia to the line for the first time tonight. First free throw is no good. Garcia shooting 48% at the line this season, averaging 8 points a night, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's been one of the more reliable options on the Rebel team, as there's very little outliers in his score box. It's just 8 points consistently. And that's sometimes what you need out of a player that you just know is going to give you reliable scoring numbers. And that's exactly what Garcia brings. Garcia misses both, but it's Farley who grabs the ball. Farley goes to Quinn, to the wing. It's Caden Parker who drives. Baseline, wants to. It's no good. Shot wasn't high enough. Good inside defense by Bryce Kazanowski for the Mariners. Tanner with the ball for Toms River. Goes to Kazanowski who drives, wants to on the swim move. It's no good, and it's Farley who rises up for the rebound. Farley to Garcia, to Caden Parker on the wing. Sidesteps his defender for a second, holding the ball, directing traffic. Goes to Mark Fagan, the senior guard. Back to Parker. Gavin trying to stay low against Parker. Parker will drive. Maybe he was called out of bounds there. Never mind, it's Gavin called for the pushing foul. Ball sticks with Howell. It's Caden Parker on the inbound. Parker looking for an opening. Tries to go to Fagan, some contact, and the ball goes out of bounds. Sticks with Howell here. Caden once again on the inbound. Caden's inbound goes to Fagan, and now goes to Farley. Back inside to Parker, who dribbles out, goes to Quinn. Inside the lane, Garcia wants to. He connects for two in the lane. 52 points now for Toms River as Greenberg looks for a floater, and he drains the two. Garcia with his first score of the night on that play. And now Greenberg up to 17 for Toms River. Garcia kicks it to the corner. On the drive, it's Fagan, who gets pushed out of bounds. Both teams running into some foul trouble here in the third quarter after they did a good job at avoiding such fouls in the first half. Parker inbounds to Garcia. Garcia dribbling with the right, pass intended for Quinn. It gets intercepted by Gavin, who drives, swim move, layup, and it trickles in for Aiden Gavin. Great move to avoid the pressure of Jack Quinn. Parker now loads up, wants a long three over two defenders. Bounces out, it's no good. Ball being tipped in the air. It's Kazanowski who comes away with it. Using that size to his advantage. Greenberg gets past the defender, wants a mid-range, it's no good. Farley grabs the rebound, now it goes to Parker. Parker with the left hand wants to, and it's good off the glass for Caden Parker. To the corner, 4-3. See ya! Or Gavin. Gavin connects for three and sends the Rebels into a timeout. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for some more basketball action. So we're coming back from the timeout. The Rebels lead things 54-41 after they had a very good commanding 18-point lead. They started to let up in the third quarter a little bit. Lead down to 13. It sent them into a timeout after an Aiden Gavian 3 by Toms River. Definitely a mismatch for the Rebels on senior night. Coaches like to schedule those kind of mismatches so they can come away with wins for their seniors. Rebels sitting with an 18-6 record. Toms River at 9-16. Despite the Rebels' great record, they haven't played their best basketball at home. Just 7-5 at home this season. But this is shaping up to be one of the better wins of the season if they can hold on. Fagan for three in the corner. It's no good off the rim. Ball being bounced around. It's Kazanowski who comes away with it for the rebound. Greenberg goes inside. 4-2. It's good off the glass for Aiden Gavian. And that's the key for Toms River North. If they want to get back into this one, Gavian, who's emerged as one of the better players on the team as of late, as Garcia gets fouled on the drive. Gavian, though, has 7 points in the third quarter alone for Toms River. He's really starting to come to life. So like we mentioned before, tonight's senior night game is the final destination before state playoffs. Rebels will receive a home game in the first round of the NJ State playoff tournament. Seeding closed on the 14th, a night in which Howell lost against Manasquan in the short conference tournament. Toms River North steals the ball, and they get two on the transition. It's Wesley Tanner there. Not breaking a sweat to find two in the lane right there. Mark Fagan will take up the ball for the Rebels. He'll go to Farley. Now a three-point attempt from Jack Quinn is no good. Ball goes off the hands of, I thought Brill there, but I guess maybe Farley kicked it out. Back into the game is number 31, Josh Kurtansky for the Rebels. Howell's lead down to 9, as Toms River North has done a much better job offensively. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. Tanner taking the ball up for Toms River. Hard stop through the legs of Fagan inside to Cias, whose layup is no good. And now the second chance for Gavian, but he gets fouled by Fagan and goes to the line for two. And that's been the killer right there for the Rebels. They are finding themselves into foul trouble. It's why guys like Noah Musto and Caden Parker are sitting on the bench for the Rebels right now. Gavian shooting 67% at the line this season. First attempt. Perfect and good for Gavian. Nine points now for Gavian. Player who averages 5 points a night on good efficiency. Misses his second. Who's going to come away with the ball as he bounces out of bounds? They're going to say it went off the hands of the dual sport athlete, Logan Brill, number 14. Brill plays the quarterback position for Toms River North in the fall. Had a fantastic season, over 1,200 passing yards for the Mariners. But now, shifting our attention, basketball season, it's Shaq Quinn. Drives for a second, kicks it out to Kratansky. Kratansky drives, has room in the lane, and he connects with 2 off the glass. Tanner on the transition. Now lining up on the Mariners. Brill for 3. He connects from deep. Toms River North closing in from downtown. Now a 7-point game as they're making every 3 that they run themselves into. Kratansky sets the screen for Jay Parker. Back into the game during the free throws. To the wing, it's Shaq Quinn. Quinn with the right, some motion up court. Gets stripped for a second as the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Mariner ball here off the hands of Jack Quinn. Quinn unhappy with it. Nothing he can do, though. And it's number 11, Jackson Seahawks on the inbound. Now it's Tanner. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. No shot clock in high school basketball. Toms River can take as long as they want, but it looks like they want to go fast. Have 2 more plays before the quarter comes to a close as Greenberg gets fouled on the drive by Kratansky, I'm assuming. Greenberg to the line for 2. First one trickles in for Greenberg. Padding his lead as the leading scorer for Toms River, now up to 18 points on the night. And we're down to a 6-point lead here. Toms River North has made some great adjustments in the third quarter. Second one, no good. It's Stripto who comes away with the ball. Rebels got to do better at staying out of foul trouble. Final 12 seconds. It's Fagan with the ball. Crosses his defender for a moment. Doesn't pull the trigger, though. Kratansky with the ball. He drives, has room once again. Another 2 points for Josh Kratansky. 8-point lead for the Rebels. That will do it for the third quarter. The Rebels are currently leading things 58-50. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss the final 8 minutes of regulation in tonight's senior night game. So we're coming back for the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are currently leading things 58-50. They had an incredible first half where at the end of the second quarter, they were leading by 17. They were doing everything right. They were rebounding. They weren't getting themselves into foul trouble or turning the ball over. They were making every shot. They were just doing everything right. And then in the third quarter, we saw a completely different Toms River North team. They were making every shot. They were drawing fouls and staying out of foul troubles themselves. And they were doing a much better job at grabbing rebounds and forcing turnovers. So the Mariners have tightened up on defense. Had a big scoring advantage in the third quarter. So we're set for some exciting action. Brill for 3. He knocks it down from downtown once again. Second 3 on the night for the dual sport athlete Logan Brill. Down to a 5-point game. Rebels swallowing the game now. Trying trying to get back to square one. It's Caden Parker with the ball in the logo. 17-point per game scorer, taking his time, surveying the court. He'll drive with the right hand, dumping off to his brother Jay. Jaden Thomas closing in on defense against Jay. Jay pushing through. He wants to through a couple defenders. It's no good and finds the hands of Logan Brill. Now long three-point attempt from Greenberg falls to the ground. Three is no good, goes off the hands of Kratansky and sticks with the Mariners here, I believe. And those are a couple plays there where you really see the kind of position that the Rebels have put themselves into in their foul trouble on a play where if they have no muscle on the court, they probably come away with the rebound, get the second chance opportunity. But without the presence of their big man center on the court, they lose that rebounding aspect. As there's Garcia with the wild block. Caden Parker with the ball. Parker inside the lane for two. Tanner breaking away now gets stripped by Parker as the ball goes out of bounds. Sticks with the Mariners here on the inbound. Rebel lead back up to 7. Now, inbound gets smacked right out of bounds by Jay Parker, who was doing some jumping jacks. And now Greenberg has to throw it way up. Tanner with the ball here gets a screen from Cias. Passes it back. Cias for three. It's no good. Garcia grabs the board and goes to Caden. Caden trying to build the Rebels' lead as it's down to 7. Parker positioned in the slot, surveying the court, drawing some motion up top. A lot of paint movement from the Rebels right now. Defenders circulate in and out. No shot clock in high school basketball. The Rebels can take as long as they want. Parker picking apart the defense. Now passes to Kawadi. Now to Kratansky. Kratansky dumps it off to Jay. Jet sweep. The move. Jay for two. He gets fouled as he misses the layup. Parker to the line for 2 shots. Timeout called by the Mariners. So it'll be a full timeout. So we'll be back in about 30 seconds for some more basketball action. Don't go anywhere. So we're coming back from the timeout. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are currently leading things 60-53 here on senior night in the fourth quarter. Defense has made a couple adjustments. Things are remaining the same, though, after a dominant third quarter by the Mariners. Right before the timeout, Jay Parker was sent to the line for 2 shots. The Rebel lead was once at 17, but Toms River North played an incredible third quarter where it seems like they just connected from every spot on the floor. They brought the lead down to 7, and that's the position in which we find ourselves in right now. So the final regular season game before state playoffs begin. Game doesn't matter for seeding, but you want to find some comfortability in your team before those big state playoff games. As Jay Parker makes his first. Parker was the Rebels' leading scorer in their 2 games in the short conference tournament. He averaged 22 points a night on great efficiency. We're seeing that shooting ability right here as he makes both free throws. Rebels now lead by 9. Back to a 3-possession game. Cias with the ball, trying to find some air between J.C. Farley. Tanner will drive now, look for 2 in the lane. It's no good off the rim. Who's going to come away? It's Thomas. Thomas, second chance. He's called for the travel, and the Rebels come away with the ball on the turnover. And now there he is, number 21, Noah Musto, back on the court for the Rebels. The best defender, rebounder, and surprisingly free throw shooter on the team for the Rebels is back on the court, and that's a huge addition. After Musto found himself into some foul trouble, he had to rest for much of the third quarter, and that's where we saw Toms River mount their big comeback. Jay will go to Kratansky. Jay Parker with the ball once again, now to his brother Caden. Just over 5 minutes left on the clock in regulation. Parker, position on the logo, now moving towards the slot. Goes inside to Musto. Musto through a defender inside of Garcia, who gets blocked by Cias. Cias using that height to his advantage. Greenberg lobs it up for Tanner. Positioned on the wing. Tanner will drive, spins past Musto. Mid-range two, it's no good. Farley grabs the board and goes to Caden. Some fast-paced action there, but it doesn't result in points. It's Rebels with the ball once again. It's Caden Parker will drive through a defender. Swim move layup is no good. There's Kazanowski to grab the rebound for Toms River. Thomas on the break wants to. Charge is called against Eddie Garcia and the Rebels, surprisingly. Or sorry, not charge, just foul. But it sends Thomas to the line for 2 shots as the foul was called on Garcia rather than the charge. Thomas makes his first. Thomas, the senior wing, has averaged 9.5 points a night for Toms River. He misses his second. There's Caden Parker to grab the ball. 4.5 left. Parker swings it to his brother Jay on the logo. Jay now getting pressed by Gathlin. Jay goes back to his brother Caden. Now inside to Jay. Jay for 2. It's a bad miss as the ball goes out of bounds. Ball will stick with the Rebels on the inbound. It's Caden Parker. The Rebels are coming off back-to-back losses for the first time this season. They looked like a completely different team in the first half as they had such a huge lead. But now they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot as Parker blocks the pass, grabs the ball, goes to Garcia. Garcia, one man to beat. He misses the layup. Caden Parker coming away with the ball. Fast-paced action. Parker wants to. Foul is called as he misses the layup. Jaden Thomas called for the foul there. Or it doesn't send Caden to the line. It will be Caden's inbound. Timeout is called. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for the fourth quarter of tonight's basketball. So we're coming back from the timeout. The Rebels are leading things 62-54, and right now it's all about being smart, despite the fact that the Rebels have been outplayed in the last 10 to 12 minutes of the game. They have the 8-point lead right now. The pressure is on Toms River North. The Rebels just got to be smart. They have 2 timeouts to work with. They have the arrow, so a lot of things are in their favor. They just got to stay out of foul trouble and do a better job at rebounding, get those second chance opportunities, because I don't know if another aspect of basketball translates to points rather than those second chance opportunities. It's Jay Parker who gets the inbound and finds 2 off the glass. Rebel lead now up to 10. Logan Brill with the ball for Toms River. He goes to Greenberg. Greenberg directing some traffic. He will drive, wants to. Trickles out, now goes off the face of a Mariner, winds up out of bounds. So it's going to be Howell on the inbound. Jay will be the inbounder for the Rebels this time. Dumps it off to his brother Caden. Now getting full court press. See Correa on defense here against Parker. Parker sidesteps, passes to the wing. Alone is Jay Parker for three. No good off the rim. Ball gets smacked out of bounds. Not sure whose hand it went off of. Looks like it went off the hand of a Rebel. And it's going to be Tom's River on the inbound and Jackson CS, who will handle rebound duties. Three and a half minutes in regulation. CS inbounds Kazanowski, dumps it off to Greenberg. Tom's River putting their faith in the man who has led them all season, Drake Greenberg. Passes to CS inside of Kazanowski through two defenders mid-range, and it's going to swirl in. Great shot by Kazanowski. Can't underestimate how impressive of a shot that is through two defenders like Noah Musto and Jack Quinn. 3 minutes left. Jay Parker with the ball for the Rebels. Driving with his left. Goes inside to Quinn, who tries to tip it in. Accuracy is off. Timeout is called by the Rebels to keep the possession. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for some more basketball. So we're coming back from the timeout. If you're just joining us, we're here in the fourth quarter on senior night. The Rebels are leading things 64-56. I'm Theo Horton on commentary. Herr behind camera. Rebels coming off a loss against Manasquan at home. Lost that game by a score of 63-52 against one of the best teams in the Shore Conference. They wanted to rebound after facing back-to-back losses for the first time this season, and they've done a good job so far. 8-point lead for the Rebels. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in regulation. Parker gets the inbound, gets fouled, and goes to the line for two immediately. Rebels have a timeout and the arrow to work with. Caden Parker gets the ball. First free throw is good for the senior. Parker averaging 17, 4 and 4, leading the team in scoring with 383 points on the night. Also leading in steals with 47. Most three-pointers on the team at 39, as his second one is no good. Kazanowski grabs the rebound, goes to Jaden Thomas. 8.5 point per game star. The passing. Now it's Greenberg on the drive through two defenders. It's no good. Kicks it out to Tanner on the wing. 4-3. No good off the rim. Third chance at Seahawks. Once again, no good. Finally, it's Musto who grabs the rebound. Foul is called on the play. Looks like a Rebel inbound. Thomas called for the hold on Musto. It'll be Jay Parker on the inbound. 2.5 minutes left. 9-point lead for Howell. Didn't play their best basketball in the third quarter. Ran into some foul trouble. Resulted in number 21 center Noah Musto and number 1 guard Caden Parker being on or having to be on the bench for the majority of the third quarter due to those fouls. But it all builds to moments like this, resting them for the fourth quarter, where you need to capitalize and close in on your win. Rebels have their guns on the court right now. The Parker brothers Eddie Garcia, Noah Musto, and Jack Quinn. Parker jogs up court for the Rebels. Tom Server not really pressing as much as you would expect right now. Parker will drive with the right hand. Ball gets smacked out of bounds by Kasanowski. Stays with Howell here. Gator once again on the inbound. You see Correa back on defense against the senior guard. Inside of Garcia. Garcia with two. He drains the layup and goes to the line to complete the three-point play. Garcia to the line for the second time tonight. Has averaged 8 points tonight from the fourth game of the season on. Looks like a timeout was called, but the ref's not signaling it yet. Looks like Wesley Tanner, number one. Looks like number one, Wesley Tanner fouled out for Toms River North there. So there's a 20-second break in the action. It's Eddie Garcia at the line for the Rebels. On the court for Toms River, it's Cias, Kasanowski, Correa, Gavian, and Greenberg. Garcia makes the free throw. Now it's Toms River North looking for the response. Gavian with the ball right now. Garcia playing defense. Correa, one of the better defenders on the team, gets the ball for a split second. Now the pass intended for Correa. He comes away with it. Now that pass is intercepted. Jay Parker, no men to beat him. Passes to his brother Caden. Caden misses the layup. Musto grabs his second chance and gets fouled as he misses the layup. Huge opportunity for the Rebels as they look to have the guaranteed two. They missed both layup opportunities, but Musto, the best free throw shooter on the team, goes to the line for two. And that's what makes Musto such a dynamic player. The best defensive player on the team, best rebounder, and the best free throw shooter as he makes his first. Musto makes both 70 points now for Howell. Brill with the ball. The Rebels lead back up to 14. Brill spinning like a dreidel, and he connects with two on the mid-range over Noah Musto's head. 12-point lead for the Rebels. It's Chris Kawadi with the ball. It goes to the corner. It's Quinn. Quinn not shooting the reckless three. The Rebels being smart. Shaving time off the clock. We're going to see Toms River foul here. Finally, they do. They foul Jay Parker. Toms River North head coach loving the defense. He wants Howell to make the mistakes, miss the free throws. But in the process, they send one of the better free throw shooters on the team to the line, Jay Parker. Parker misses his first. Jay, after surprisingly not shooting the best mark at the line in the early stages of the season, has shot over 70% at the line in the second half of the season. Now makes his second, and the 17-point per game star is really icing the game here. 71 points for the Rebels. Bro with the ball. Toms River North being slow with the ball. Not something I would recommend. Greenberg gets past Quinn, breaks away for three, and it's another splash from downtown for Jake Greenberg. As Toms River North will call a timeout, save the clock, down to a 10-point game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for some more basketball. So we're coming back from the timeout. The Rebels are currently leading things 71-61. Offense has been alive. Defense not playing their best basketball. But it doesn't matter because when you have an offense that's been as electric as they have been tonight, you don't need your defense to be at their A game. Under a minute left in regulation. Quinn will rip the pass to Kawadi, who breaks away on the outlook pass. Kawadi with 2. 12-point lead for Howell as they're icing the game here. To the corner, 4-3. It's Gavian trying to sell the foul like a soccer player. No such foul is called. So a hold situation for the ball. The arrow should go to the Rebels as it was Musto and Bro who jumped on top of it. Seems like Emery was shouting timeout, not realizing that the Rebels had the arrow for a second. But now the timeout will be called. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 seconds, and we got a lot more timeouts to go. So we're coming back from the timeouts. The Rebels are leading things by 12 right now, 73-61, all on senior night. We've seen a majority of their seniors make an impact tonight. Been such a treat to watch players like Caden Parker and Mark Fagan over the years for Howell, especially seeing Fagan and another senior, Chris Kawadi, coming back from ACL surgery, making their impact here tonight. Parker gets the inbound. Will lob it up for Kawadi. Kawadi bounces it to Musto. Musto shot to beat the defender. His layup is no good as it almost goes off the bounds as Kasanowski rockets. Final 30 seconds to go. Greenberg with the ball. He drives in the lane, looks for 2. It's no good. Hold situation, foul is called. As Garcia wrapped himself around the ball. Garcia to the line now. 4 pair of shots. Swishes his first, 74 points now for the Rebels, and they lead by 13. Final 25 seconds of the game. Garcia looking to help ice it. Garcia makes both, 75 points and a 14-point lead for the Rebels. Final 20 to go. It's Greenberg with the ball trying to work past Quinn. Greenberg for the mid-range is no good off the front rim. Kaznowski grabs it, goes to Correa. Correa long range 2. Bad miss off the boards. Greenberg second chance. Now it's Musto. Garcia lobs up for Kawadi, and that will do it. What a win on senior night it was for the Howell Rebels. They win by a final score of 75-61 after some of the best offense we have seen out of the Rebels all season long. I've been Theo Horton on commentary. Herr behind the camera. The Rebels improved to 19-6 on the season ahead of NJ State playoff action. We thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week for when playoffs start on Tuesday. See you, everybody.